This has been a rough month, let me tell you. I went on a bit of a bender. My version of a bender, though, is not getting shit-faced drunk every day, although it does involve alcohol as well. I have these moments, I have these chapters where I lose my discipline, I lose my willpower, I just lose. I'm already a loser. My predisposition is ambitionlessness. When I was younger, the greatest ambition I had was to be a pro gamer. And even when I was a child, I remember my ambition as a kid thinking that I wanted to be a video game journalist. I used to read video game magazines. But I used to think to myself, like, damn, I'll never write. I can never write like this. It is not that the writing was good, but it was just that I couldn't write for shit. I couldn't write until I was like, I did not know how to write until I was like 25 years old, until I was like 24. I'm getting off the subject, but that is heartwarming though, to think back to that. I remember that very distinctly when I used to think that I would never be able to write for a video game magazine because all these words, paragraph after paragraph of explanation, and I just struggled so much with explaining myself and with writing. And even when I got to college my freshman year when I was 18, I had failed my writing classes, got D's and C's, and I don't even think I got a C. I'm pretty sure I got a D at UNO. Anyway, my point is that that's nice. What a nice thing. But the bigger point, the greater point is that I am not naturally motivated. I am not naturally a person who strives to be better. Only that's just the power of belief, though. That's why belief is wild. Because when we talk about belief, it's usually only in the context of religiosity. And I may sound like a broken record, but it bears repeating. When people find that you may not have any religious belief, they then therefore think you don't have any beliefs at all. Or they think that belief, the energy of it, that ability is only appropriated to the world of religion. First of all, we all know that's not true, though. We see in athletics and we see with people who succeed with their businesses and just other things, like they always use that word. I believed in myself. I believed. I couldn't stop believing. But the average person, though, when you get on the topic of belief, that word doesn't really come up too much because they also don't have ambition. And here's the thing. When I was younger, I was made to feel like that was bad that I didn't have grand ambition, or that the reason why I didn't have it was out of an insecurity. It was due to a weakness. And you know what? And those things were possible. That might have been the reason, but it wasn't the reason. Like, I didn't even know at the time. I thought something was wrong with me as well. Like, to be honest, I was receptive to criticism about my lack of motivation to acquire some grandiose goal. I was like, maybe. I don't know. But honestly, after being completely and utterly honest with myself for years and years now, and having spent a lot of time with myself, I must say that my chemistry is such, my mentality is such that good food, good friends, good times. I just want peace, and I just want to, like many other people, I just want financial security. Now, here's the thing. Financial security often requires ambition. But people are often not solely shooting for the financial security. What they're shooting for also is a recognition. It is this power dynamic thing. And perhaps initially it's the financial security. And then it gets all mixed up and muddied because in that pursuit, maybe it's just a consequence that you lose yourself. You sacrifice certain aspects of your humanity. And that's something that I've always been fearful of. I've been fearful of becoming a sociopath. I've been because I'm capable of becoming a sociopath. I'm just like everybody else because I'm greedy. I'm an addict. I'm greedy, and I can be super self-absorbed. I have all the inclinations of a villain, of the ones, the benign villains that exist in our world on a daily basis, in our social structures. I'm no better than them, except the fact that I believe that that's not healthy. That's not a good thing. And again, it comes back to that belief. It always comes back to that belief. I truly believe that what's best for us as humans, and when I say best, let's get something straight here. When I say best, I'm talking about at a very physical, strongly felt level, like objective level, what's best for us. Not some what's best for us because, some cosmic entity said so. Not what's best for us because I want some people to be here, some people to be there. No, what's best for us because in terms of just feeling good. Feeling good might be a very subjective term, and it might be open to a lot of different interpretations. But no, I'm talking about a very basic sense of security, social security, emotional, psychological security. I believe what's best for us and what's healthiest for us is to go about life in a way where we're first trying to stabilize our own chemistry, our own matter. We deal with our own internal demons. So to speak, not actual demons, but we try to be healthy, not be healthy to look good, not be healthy because it's a trend, but we try to be healthy because I really truly see just now, I just started working out again. I just doing my thing. It really does make you feel better. Now, the problem with that is that your diet and your habits, your sleeping habits, your dietary habits, there is a pain and a pleasure kind of seesaw that goes on, because you're going to have to endure withdrawal from some things. You're going to have to endure discomfort and pain, and you're going to have to push through this glass ceiling of reservation and this sense of like, no, like the body's like, no, don't do it. And you have to break through that and like, no, fuck you. Funny enough, this is honest talk. I'm just all over the place. Funny enough too, like I was trying this thing, right? I was trying to do this thing where I wasn't being a drill. My boy called it being a drill sergeant, and that's an appropriate term. I was trying to be a drill sergeant with myself. I was trying to be warm and kind, and I was trying not to be hard on myself, because to see how that went. Because like all last year, I was like, I hate you, fuck you. And it wasn't I hate you, Marcus, in your entirety. It was just that I hate my weaknesses. I hate my flaws. And so that's how I was speaking to myself. And so I was trying to be warmer. I was trying to be kinder. I was trying to see how that worked. And actually, that's kind of, I feel like, what helped me to be relaxed and resigned into the bender that I was talking about at the very beginning of this video. And the bender is me just eating, dude, I don't need candy. I was eating a shit ton of candy. Just my sleeping habits were just all over the place. I just said fuck it to everything that I believe in. Like in terms of healthiness. Why? Again, because sometimes you just feel defeated. And I lose all the time. It's a trial and error thing. Success, failure. And I'm no stranger to failure, but sometimes failure gets the best of you. You're like, fuck it, I'm done. And you just kind of give up. And so I gave up for a little bit. And again, nothing hard. I was eating a lot of candy, sleeping like shit. I was drinking this plum brandy that's been in my cabinet for the longest time, and I remember I tried to drink it a long time ago and I literally got sick. Now all of a sudden my body can handle it. I was drinking that, and I couldn't get drunk, funny enough. Like I just could not get drunk, but I wasn't gonna push it either. It's so funny about my benders and about me doing what I'm talking about, the destructive things. I still have this awareness of not going into a red zone. I'm like, I want to hurt you. It's not that I want to hurt you. I want to bring you into this place of oblivion, but not so much. I don't want to really hurt you. I want to kind of get numb, but I don't want to be so numb. And so there's always my health consciousness. There was still an ember of it that was like, no, you're not going to hurt yourself. And I wasn't trying to hurt myself. I was just it's a momentum. Listen, healthiness is a momentum. Once you start kind of getting into the groove, and once you find yourself exercising, eating right and stuff, sleeping right, it's this momentum. It keeps going. If you kind of are engaged with it in that way. But the badness is a momentum as well. And unfortunately, it's a momentum that's way harder to break out of, because sometimes it's just so much easier to do the bad things. I mean, more often than not it is. That's why everybody does the bad things. It's easier to just be lazy as fuck. It is easier. And so, and oftentimes, I will say this for any of y'all who struggle as well, it's hard. Like, no, if people don't say it's hard, then they're fucking fortunate and they're lucky and they, well, good on you, man. Like, what, you have been blessed genetically to have such a stable chemistry, to have such a reward circuitry that does not lead you astray. Namaste to you. But for some people, like my fellow misfits, it's hard as fuck. It's hard as fuck. It feels so painful, so uncomfortable. It takes so much energy. It takes so much fight. And if the world's kicking your ass, it's hard. It's hard. So don't let nobody, I think that's one of the reasons why some people can't get out of the tailspin, because everybody around you see these videos of people acting like you're just a lazy fuck and ain't nothing wrong with you, man. You just being lazy. Man, a laziness to me is a chemical problem. Like, if you could take a pill to not be lazy, you wouldn't be fucking lazy. If you could just do something that had no side effects and it would give you that limitless energy, you would take it. But there's something in you that just has you down, that has you in a state of neutrality, or even worse than that. And it's difficult, extremely, extremely difficult for you to come out of it. It's like at a physical, chemical level, there is no juice. There's no energy. The engine is not revved up at all. And so the problem then becomes it becomes this puzzle. It becomes this thing that you have to solve and fixate on and look for opening. The way I look at it, my weakness and my laziness, it's a bit like, there's always something in me. I was talking about the ember of awareness. There's always something in me that's searching for this opportunity. It's like double dutch. It's like it's a dual awareness. It's like, man, it's like, okay, I ain't doing shit. I'm being lazy as fuck. I ain't doing shit. I'm just gorging on bullshit. I'm just zombified, just going through the motions. But the part of me that wants to be better is just looking for that fucking opportunity for a chink in the armor, that moment, that tear, that when the better part of me can just come through and be like, fuck you, I'm out of here. And one thing that helped me was, again, hating my weaknesses again, letting my anger and hatred be directed, because I'm an emotional mother effer and I feel greatly, and applying that to my applying that to the fact that I'm not doing what I believe I should be doing, it works for me. It just fucking works. And I think, we want to just be, I'm all about love and harmony, but sometimes you got to get on that ass. You got to get on your own ass to really get you going. Like, fuck that, man. Like, this is unacceptable. And, the diet, it cannot be underestimated how much a diet comes into play. Like, when I was eating all that fucking sugar and shit, I ain't eat this much candy since I was since I was like 17. I ate so much fucking candy. And, it really, I could tell it made me feel good, but I could also see it made me feel weak. It made me feel stupid. It's just like, this is definitely not helpful. But sometimes I think you need to feel like shit. If you're like me and you get used to feeling really, really good, and you have a propensity, you have this disposition to be ungrateful, as I definitely have first of all, let me just get something straight. I feel like most people are ungrateful as fuck towards something. Maybe not ungrateful towards this, maybe they're not ungrateful towards that, but they're ungrateful towards something. They don't appreciate and really acknowledge how important and vital something is to them. And so my momentum of feeling good and being healthy, I get desensitized to it. It becomes a feeling just like anything else that should become numb to. And so sometimes you need to feel like shit to help remind you that, oh yeah, what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. What you're doing is what's making you even have the energy to be functional the way that you would like. You have forgotten that. You got used to that. You weren't appreciating that. Now feel like shit. Want you to swim in this swamp water for a bit, get muddied up, get into the quicksand of numbness from candy and sleep deprivation and like staying up to whatever the fuck and just not giving a fuck and being physically idle. Yeah, get used to that, absorb that, and then let your memory of what it is, how it feels to be optimized, energized. Let that motivate you again to get back on track. And so that's what happened. It's trial and error. Fail, succeed, fail, succeed, fail, succeed, fail, succeed, try, fail, try, fail, try, fail. And that's just my little testimony for you. And you're just gonna tell I'm fucking hyped up, man. I just fucking working out and shit really pumps your shit up. It really pumps your shit up. All right, y'all. Namaste.